Fat Caps and welcome to the stream. Today's a bit of a one-off. We are going to be testing out ZVitor's latest build for Marvel Infinity War. I'm also going to move the camera just a little bit closer. There we go. So what's so special about this build? Apart from fixes and updates and a few new costumes, there's a brand new character in there as well. So I'm going to see if I can show you them now. Okay, first I need to see what a pink is. Okay, so pink is just no character available. I don't think there's any other new characters. Not that I can see from here. But yes, oh, okay. For some reason Spider-Woman is not selectable in the training area. I don't know why. I think something's wrong with... Okay. Okay, so now here's our first issue for ZVitor to look at. Something's wrong with the character menu in the training mode. Because you can see it goes here. Spider-Man, then Spider-Woman, then back to what's meant to be Miles Morales Spider-Man next to Spider-Woman, but it goes back one. And then it goes on to Quicksilver, but you can see the cursor is on Spider-Man, so there's an issue. So from that point on, the characters are in the wrong place. Now, I better... So I'm going to choose this to see whether or not this is actually Miles Morales. Okay, it's actually him. Yep. So let's test out his moves. So, yep. Okay, so he runs. Sounds like the sound is working. See if his combo hits. Yep, all his combos hit. Got a web. He's got a running special. His ultimate is fire. Okay, who's his helper? Gwen Stacy / no, Spider-Gwen. Don't know who that was. Don't think that was Phoenix. Isn't there a hero called Sunfire or something like that? I'm not sure. Right, does he take damage properly? Okay. So that was against a bullet. What about energy? Yep. I've forgotten what all like the hidden combo things are, like quarter circle and things like that. Okay, so I've got a grapple special as well. Give me some of that. Oh, here we go. Right, down, down, punch. He's got invisibility. Okay, so that's just a brief overlook of his moves. Now, Vitor said that he's not available in the story, so let's try him in... What about the prologue? I don't remember this prologue being in the other game. In the other versions. Also, who's this man? Oh, so this row works. These are the right characters. Does that mean that Rogue's missing? No. Okay. Okay, so there's a problem with that row. Who's this? Squirrel Girl. I think that's just reserved for the next characters. Strife. Okay, Strife's new to me. I don't think he was in the last one. What's ya? Oh, Turkish Spider-Man. Yeah. I think it's Turkish anyway. Right, let's have a look. So I have to give them all a go as well. Alright, so Miles Morales, just to be sure he's not available. Okay, well he's available in the prologue, by the looks of things. So let's give Strife a go, shall we? See how well he works. Wait, was the prologue just the first game? It might be, actually, yeah. Right, give me a minute. Just need to make sure my microphone is working. It is? Okay, right, just making sure. So, back to the game. Oh, I forgot to check out Miles' block. Oh, Sinestro. Oh, actually, you know what? I've just had a thought. I wonder if Morbius is coming to the game because of that film that's just come out. Zero. I have no idea who Zero is. Okay, so somewhat, I am seeing somewhat of a better AI in the regular people. The minions, the punching bags, whatever you want to call them. Like, the guys that shoot aren't shooting constantly now. The punchers aren't just, like, constantly punching until they hit you and then back off. They make a strike, and then either you hit them back or they knock you down and back away. Now it's time for the bosses, because there is one thing I will say about ZVitor, is that he does struggle to balance bosses. And they're all pretty much the same motif as well. Okay, so I am noticing a better behavior in the boss. They're not attacking constantly. I can understand the increased attack rate at low health, that's fair enough. Although, now that bit with the frisbee then, I'm not entirely sure. Because it looked like he was back to his old habits of just attacking constantly. Now, if that was the case of he throws free, because that's part of his attack, then that's one thing. But if it's a case of he's just going to keep attacking until he gets a hit in, then that's just bullshit. As some people will know, bosses need patterns so that you can recognize them and defend yourself accordingly. And if there is no pattern, it's just going to keep attacking until shit gets done. Then why would you... How could you enjoy that? The ability to grab them and throw them is a lot easier now, I've noticed as well. I can appreciate that. So yes, so far I'm happy with the more balanced AI. The fact that they're not just constantly on you trying to kill you is good. The boss looked better, but I'm not sure about the frisbee throw. Yeah, so the thing is that the bit there with the 3 spider characters there, I have a feeling that ZVitor is already aware of that and he's just put it in there for the sake of testing while we're waiting for new characters to arrive. Let's try Turkish Spider-Man. This is amazing. I don't know whether or not he's gotten someone to get dressed up in a suit and do all these poses for him. But this is great. He did this for April Fools. Or is it Japanese Spider-Man? I forget which one. Okay, so he hasn't got webs. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so he hasn't got a running special. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure about the drop rate of health and energy. I mean, I've just noticed here it's dropping a lot more regular, because in the first level, I think it only dropped once, and then there was one of each dropped once, and then never saw it again. So I'm not entirely sure what I think about that. See, again with this boss, she wasn't, I mean, granted that Spider-Gwen was keeping her busy and keeping a lot of the enemies off me, but what I'm concerned about with that one is that I didn't get to see how balanced she was, but even so, again, it's the same motif. Here's a tough enemy, and here's a load of minions they're surrounded by. And that's what makes the battle hard. It's not hard because you need to learn to adapt to it. It's hard because you're constantly being hounded. Now, let's see. Okay. So let's play through the story mode. So we can test out some of these characters. I think Dr. Doom has been in the old ones. Right, let's try out this costume then. So grey like that means that it's a unique costume. It's the Tony Stark costume. Okay, so I like this new intro. Can't remember if I covered this last time. Oh, okay, I didn't know about the double up attack. I'll have to try that out in a minute. Give me a minute, some breathing room. Oh, they're all dead. See, I did ask for a list of moves from ZVitor so I could effectively test out all the characters. Because some of them have got secret moves. But he didn't do it, he just said try and find them yourself. Oh, I forgot there was a dodge mechanic, yeah. Right. Oh, no, there we go. So I'm not sure about that then. Do they attack twice in a row for their lasers, or was it just attacking rapidly for the sake of dealing damage to me? Okay, so that's the surround one, basically. Oh, special. Okay, so there we go. So that's the surround attack. That's a knockback. Okay. Knockback cost energy? No. So I wonder if, hold on, so down, down, special? No, okay. Okay, so it looks like they attack twice. Okay, so as long as I know. Because I don't want it to be a case of him just going laser eye, laser eye, laser eye, laser eye, until eventually I'm either able to get out of his way or get a hit back. Right, who's here? Warlock! Nebula. Can't tell how much health I had left there. I think I had an iron's worth of health left. Here's Adam Warlock. Okay, where do we want to start? Okay, let's go to hell. Is that Mephisto? I'm not entirely sure. And that's Blackheart. Okay, right, so I like this character thing. The fact that if you're only limited in certain story missions, here's everybody. That's good. I like that. Oh, special Thanos costume. Here we go. Ah, classic Thanos. Okay. Okay, so what I would say about this is if I'm going to be swarmed by this many enemies that attack this often, they should die in one hit. Especially considering what they are basically just maggots. So the idea is that it's the whole pack tactics thing. They're weak as shit and die in one hit, but with so many of them, that's where their strength lies. If the idea is that all of them just pile on you like they did before and just start biting me, not giving me a chance to hit back, then I should have a better chance. How could I say this? I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it. Okay, these ones are dying in one hit. Oh, well, most of them. What I'm saying is, if I'm being swarmed by things that are weak, but attack quickly and there's a load of them, then they should die in one hit. Because if they just keep getting back up, and then more spawn in, it's just going to be an impossible situation. With Thanos' ultimate, the one where he drags the wall over, I feel like that is a bit slow. It should be a case of you push the button and the move starts, not push a button, wait for about a second and a half for the wall to come, and then... Because, like, I could have died in that short time that I was waiting for the wall to actually come. I get that it's meant to be for 4 players, so, you know, you've got to have numbers that match the number of players. Potential number of players. But if you're on your own, like I am most of the time, you just find yourself being surrounded and beaten, and there's not much you can do about it. So if I could suggest, like, adaptive difficulty, like, maybe you could have, like, a fixed number for 1 player, and then when a new player joins, the number of enemies that appear is increased by 4, or something like that. Right, so, special Captain America costume, what have we got? Oh, I recognise this map. This is from Weapon Lord. I think that... I know that's, like, the big bad from Weapon Lord up there, but I do wonder if he's repurposed it to be Blackheart here. Also, this costume has a new moveset, as it's Mjolnir Captain America. See, like, look, here's a perfect example of what I'm on about. I can't get out of that crowd because they're all hitting me at once because there's too many for a solo player here. And it's not like I've got a bunch of moves that can help me. You know, I haven't got a surround attack that can, like, knock them all away at the cost of health or anything like that. And I do have knockback attacks and stuff, but things are I have to spend like half a second inputting the command. I mean, that's a surround attack, yeah, but I haven't always got access to that. But then again, it's all about conserving energy, so... It's a Finn! Hello, Finn! How are you doing? But... And even though I have got that surround attack, it did, like, next to nothing to them. They're all back up in a few seconds, and then they're just back to swarming me. See, like, even Falcon, who's the AI... Okay. Falcon, who's the AI and has, like, better reactions and shit, is struggling as well. So, again, this is me just saying Oh, that thing hit me as I spawned in! So, as I was saying, I think, ZVitor, if you ever watch this, I think one thing you need to consider is a potential to have the number of enemies fit the number of players playing at one time. Oh, come on, really? It comes back? How was my day? It was somewhat. It was productive, but unproductive at the same time. Weirdly enough, we did the shopping today. We were meant to get Akka's medication, but it wasn't in, so we said we'd come back later. Akka was waiting for a text to say the medication arrived. She never got it, so we either missed our opportunity, or we've got to go back tomorrow and get it. Ooh. Oh, come on. Really? The boss is dead and I'm still being swarmed by additionals? Why? Next, let's go to the Hellfire Club. I don't recognize the green hair girl. I wonder if that's the sprite of Professor X from the X-Men arcade game. Where's Colossus? Because I want to start from the left and see who's got a special costume to make sure those are working. Right, here we go. Colossus does not. Nightcrawler does not. Mystique does not. Juggernaut doesn't. Nope. Nope. I think Wolverine has one. I can hardly see the X-23 there. Okay, yeah, Wolverine's got one. Who else has got one so I can test it later on? Spider-Man? Spider-Man's got one too. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Spider-Man and Wolverine have got one I need to test out. Okay, so let's start with good old Wolverine. How was your day, Finn? Okay, so this is Logan Wolverine just in his wife beater and jeans. Okay, I didn't mean to do that dodge, but it worked. Next time I get swarmed, I need to see if the block dodge will actually get me out of it, because if that works, then the swarming is more justified, but I still think there's too many soldiers at once for one player in some scenarios. Whoop! Oh, it's a sentinel. Okay, there we go. See, I've got a problem with that. Because it was like the AI went, oh, I missed. Better increase my attack rate so I can actually hit him. If I dodged his attack, which he telegraphed, I shouldn't be punished for it, is all I'm saying. I seem to be stuck on something here. There we go. I like how they repurposed the beast animation for that. It was staff training today, day to day. Got to go home early. Woo! Polaris. No, can't say I've ever heard of Polaris. It's Forge! Whee! Thought you said Stellaris then. Nope. How's Ash doing? Messaged me today saying that his foot's fucked up and he couldn't go to work. And Ghost wanting a walk and he couldn't go. And Aka's still dying. Hopefully tomorrow. Because she's getting another inhaler tomorrow, a brown one. Which is steroids, as Aka puts it. And hopefully that will help her deal with this cough better. If not, get rid of it. It's true, he's been on the surfer all day with his foot. Yeah, I saw that his ankle was completely swollen like there's a tennis ball under there. Oh, Polaris and Forge are down now. Now, I know it's the AI there, but the problem is, like, in a environment like this, I will say, even ZVitor would probably agree with this, it's always annoying in a game when you're in an environment and your AI is too stupid not to walk into the danger. Now, thing is, he's the game maker, I'm not, so I'm not sure how hard or easy it is to try and fix that. I imagine it is quite hard, though. Ghost has been good as gold today. Oh, shit, I thought I was killing Professor Xavier. Whee! Oh. Okay, right. With these guys that aim the gun, I am happy with the fact they'll actually aim before they shoot, so you've got time to react. Unlike some characters that will just go bang instantly. Whee! I would also like to be able to do a live test of this with 4 players to see how well it plays then. But, you know, where am I going to find a total of 4 players? Oh, good. I was wondering about that then, so I don't know if you saw it, but Charles, with Professor X, that guy who had the purple ring around his head just then, Professor X had charmed him to fight on our side, and I did wonder if friendly fire was going to be a thing, but it's not. So, that's good. I like that. If there is one thing I am going to say, now that I think about it, is I missed the stat... Well, I say I missed. I think it would be a good idea to bring the stat blocks back. Okay, so that is Wolverine tested. Where's Spider-Man? There he is. Let's test out his special costume, which is 2099 Spider-Man. Ooh, you got some speed on him. And you got gas. Okay, not sure what that was. Whee! Whee! I like the dodges just crawl. I did it. I did it. Oh, who does summon? I didn't notice he dropped a radio until he died. Oh, that's the thing as well. I think he's just done. Not entirely sure. So I just noticed then that that enemy, I punched them. They didn't go off the screen. So I can always appreciate that. I always hated it in the old arcade ones. Like this, where you would throw someone off screen and then they could attack you from off screen. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to know where they are? But if they stay on screen, that's even better. I think some of the earlier levels that was still happening, but I can't say for sure. I wasn't noticing it till now. I have to make notes to try and test that some more. Oh, that's the thing. Yep. Okay, so that's the difference between Peter Parker and Miles Morales Spider-Man. They can both do that, but Peter Parker can actually move when he does it. Miles can't, from what I saw. Okay, so the gas attack is just a area of effect one. Okay, now I noticed that was ridiculously easy to keep him stun locked there, so I don't know if that's a problem with his programming. But I feel like that's wrong. I should be knocking him down. I feel like I should be knocking him down after a combo. Instead, I can do 3 on him and then he doesn't fall over. So I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. Thanks to quick dodging there, I was able to escape most of that damage. Fuck your furniture, Sebastian. Who's that? Gwen's back. What are you having for tea today, Finn? We had spinach, mushroom, and garlic sauce pasta. All from Gusto. Tell you what, if my YouTube side of content starts taking off, I wouldn't mind a Gusto sponsorship. They actually do good stuff. Oh, Stan Lee statue. Can I destroy it? Yes. Oh, wrong button. I also like being able to dodge mid combo. That really helps. Doesn't always work, but I do think that's just a case of hoping you're in the right frame when you go to do it. What a dodge. I want to get another Gusto pack after payday, actually. We actually have a code which we can invite people to join Gusto with, and you will get money off if you use it, so we could give you that. Oh yeah, I forgot. His ultimate's just a fart. Oh shit, I got lost among the skeleton people then. Because I was a similar colour, so I got confused. Oh, it slows down time. Okay, but if I slow down time and I can't move, what am I supposed to do? Is it a dodge? Let me try. Yeah, it's a dodge. Okay. It's a timed dodge. So, I mean, that's useful on one-on-one fights, but when you're being crowded like this, there's not much you can do with that. See, this is another thing as well. Look, she's difficult because she has ads that don't die. So all my attacks just keep being interrupted. So it's difficulty for the sake of difficulty, not planned difficulty. So what I would suggest here is the skeletons can die, but every like minute or so she resummons them, even if some of them are still alive. Or maybe when she reaches a threshold in her health, she just resummons them. And look, this is ridiculous as well. I beat the boss, they're still alive, but these skeletons are invincible. So it could be, I beat the boss, and then I'm punished by some enemies that I can't beat. So I would suggest that needs to be changed too. Right, off to Russia. I know about that, Gina gave us one last year. Oh, then I'm not sure if you could use another one. Okay, who have we got here? Carnage. Right, so again, I'm going to go start at the top to make sure I'm not missing any special costumes to test. Okay. The Iron Man colours. Was that Anti-Venom? Yes, that was Anti-Venom, but I'm not certain that's got different moves. Oh, Loki's got a special costume. We've already tested out Thanos's. Right, Loki. What's your special costume? I'm not sure. Is this from the series? God, even like the profile picture in the corner looks a lot like Tom Hiddleston. The staff looks like the one from the film, so that's some good detail. That's actually really well done. His superpower should be that he can transform himself into a horse. I haven't watched the Loki series, so a lot of these jokes are going to go over my head. Whee! What the? Oh, I can make a double of me. Okay, that's actually a good power. I like that one. I don't think it confused all of them though. I think it was just working as a meat shield more than anything else. So it works if I'm stood behind it. I'll give it another test in a minute. Hang on. Here we go. No, some of them were distracted by it, so that's good. Can't grab... Oh no, I can grab him. Took a while, but I got him. Ooh, boy. Okay, you. Can I knock you off screen? Cannot. Okay. No. Loki's having trouble grabbing people, I think. Vanguard, okay, so I didn't know who this was at first. Oh, he's got Vindicator's animation pose from his DC game. Yeah, it's an Aka in the chat. Okay, there's a lot of health pickups on this one, so I can appreciate that, especially with how aggressive these guys actually are. Finn's browsing Gusto at the minute. I think we've piqued his taste buds interest. Okay, the Amusaka Ratatouille something pork rice bowl look divine. Part of the chat's cut off because of how big I have to have the window, so I can't see what that says. Oh, okay, here's what might be an error for your ZVitor. The flying model of Loki doesn't match the movie costume. You saw in the last episode I had the movie costume on and now he's dressed like regular comic Loki. Dark Star. Well, there's a bit of hit detection issue with that guy. Okay, right, now I'm going to say it. If you're going to make it so that Dark Star can attack that close, then the flying sections need some sort of evasive maneuver. Because if it was a case of she attacks from the back and then she goes in for close quarters attacks, but she choreographs them, like she winds up and then looks down so you know not to be at the bottom of the screen, that's fine. But if I'm shooting you from here, you could dodge that. But if I'm shooting you from there and you can only move at like a crawl, how are you going to avoid that? Okay, so none of these characters have a bonus costume now, so let's give Doom a go. Just go through the list and test them out in general. Doombots. Oh, right. I wondered what my special was then. I thought I just went zap. But no, I summoned a little robot. I think it's a bomb. Yeah, it's a bomb. Okay, right, now, so I've noticed that there are actually sniper units coming to attack me. And when they turn up, that square that moves across the screen turns up. So I'm linking their attacks together. I could be wrong about that, but if it is, I only saw one sniper on the screen at that point. Now, if there was only one, and he was sniping at me with that square, we knocked him over, but the square kept going and hit me. That's if there was actually just one on the screen. I couldn't tell because we were just crowded. Okay, so blocking those does nothing. I'm going to try dodging through them, see if that helps. Ursa Major. I recognize him as well. He's actually a transformed human from another game where like all the characters could change into animals, but it's not Altered Beast. I forget what it's actually called, but I have it on MAME, and I'm going to review it at some point. Oh, I think I just got another life then. Wee, M. Bison pose. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works for me. I was like, yeah, that's a shit ultra because it's short range, but I can move it, so that's fine. Now, ZVitor knows a guy who also made his own. Oh, he was unaffected by my super. Let me try that again. But there was another guy who was making his own Marvel beat 'em up, and he asked me to review it on the channel, so I did. And I pointed out a problem, which I'm glad that ZVitor doesn't do. So, in that game, because it's a beat 'em up, where do you find health pickups and stuff? You know, you find it in barrels, crates, and stuff like that you smash. However, in some of them, there are bombs. Which is the same as telling somebody to blow out the candles on their birthday cake, but all the candles are made of dynamite. So like, what you're essentially doing is, you've told the players where they can get health to heal themselves from, but then you said, I will punish you for looking for health if you, in some cases, which I thought was one of the stupidest ideas I've ever seen in a game. Play the game, but I'll punish you for playing the game. And his justification was, oh, it's to stop players being greedy. And I'm like, you're playing a game where you are constantly outnumbered and low on health, and players have got to do the only thing they can to look for health, and you're punishing them for doing that. That's stupid. I'm so glad ZVitor doesn't do that. Okay, that boss was better. Not because he was like spamming attacks, but because those ads actually stayed dead when they died. And I wasn't just being swarmed all the time. Now, what I would say there is that works for like a solo player fighting that boss. But what I would say is that if there was like maybe 3 players minimum, you could have it so that after the enemies have died, after let's say 15 seconds or something, they come back. He just like summons up another squad. Oh shit, no, these guys don't go off screen. I thought they did, but the hide man thing. Hope your cough gets better tomorrow, Akka. Zach said the chemist still didn't have your drugs today. Oh, Stan Lee, don't worry, I'll save you. Thank you, Stan Lee. You're probably not going to get an answer Akka for a while because she's busy creating, as an artiste does. No, I still need my steroid inhaler going to become a beefcake instead of the pudgy fruit cake I am. Crimson Dynamo! I actually know this villain. He turned up in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 during the Civil War, but I know he's got a deeper history than that. Haha, you missed, because I can fly, bitch. Ugh. I could be ripping Yellow Pages in half tomorrow. Oh god, that was stupid. I was spawning in and they were already attacking me. Right. Smash, 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 smash. Got it. Alright, let's go to New York next. Maria Hill. Alright, what we got here then? We got the Fantastic Four play. We've got... So the Fantastic Four players. No secret costumes? No secret costumes. We've got Venom. Captain America, I've already tested out here. Spidey's back. Spider-Woman's here. Deadpool does not have one. I do wonder if ZVitor will ever make a maskless Deadpool. Or ZVitor? I'm not actually sure how you pronounce the name. Black Cat, Ghost Rider, Squirrel! Iron Fist. Or if, like, because we've got the Defenders here, so what if they get, like, their Netflix costumes? Although I don't think Luke Cage's costume is that much different in the show than it is to his comic one. The Punisher. Okay, no Doctor Strange costume. Special one anyway, but then again, that is basically Benedict Cumberbatch with... Just take away the goatee and it is him. Punisher is here to stay. Gonna kill your ass. Did anyone ever watch the Punisher series? I watched a few episodes of it, and while there are good moments of it, I wasn't that impressed. I just didn't like the way that the guy who plays the Punisher portrayed him. It didn't feel like the Punisher. Because from what I've seen in the comics, Punisher he's like cold and calculated and quiet, which what makes him so intimidating. Meanwhile, the guy playing him just portrays him as like this angry gorilla that's always roaring. Oh yeah, of course, with She-Hulk, that's also just come out as well. I think She-Hulk is in the game, but I don't think she's got any special costume that ZVitor could put in. Though that series doesn't look that great either, to be honest. Oh god! That was a well done and terrifying looking MODOK.
Eat this.
Oh god. Oh, no, those are my guys. I have to defeat the yellow people today. Ooh, hidden radio. Excuse me, gentlemen. Boop.
Ready, let's go.
Oh yeah, he doesn't get an assistant, he just powers up his gun. But I can't use it. Or jump. Apparently I'm not allowed to jump while I have a M16 in my hand. Which will make some of the levels quite difficult if it involves platforming.
Eat this.
Oops! I picked up 2 of them, so that was a waste. Oh, I should actually see what his specials are. Ooh, I like that one, the Dante shotgun fling. And a roadhouse for his knockaway attack.
Eat this.
Barracuda. Dun, 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 dun. I don't actually like that song.
Eat this. Eat this.
That's a big Max 10 he's got there. Probably shoots Desert Eagle bullets. Alright, so that was Punisher sorted. Let's do a Deadpool, shall we? Actually, you know what? Finn, if you're still here, choose a character from the roster for us to play as. Well, you decide. I'm going to go turn the light on. Alright, Finn's not made a choice, so Deadpool it is. Ooh, very black Deadpool. I'm gonna go weapon. Oh, never mind. I want to get to the something I can't just rip logs apart like Steve Rogers.
I wish I had a cool uniform like yours.
I think this level is from Spider-Man Maximum Carnage. Oh yeah, I forgot he steals his life bar to hit people with, reminiscent of MVC3. Oprah. I do feel like maybe that should last a little longer. Oh god. Oh, he can teleport dodge. I would say it should last longer because it's not a ranged one, it's a melee one. Gina's here. Hello, Gina. How you doing? It's Agent Bob. How's your day been, Gina? Finn's been tempted to get another Gusto. We actually have our last dish tomorrow. Today we had, what was it, mushroom spinach and nuts. Forget what kind of nuts now. In pasta. So we had mushroom, spinach and nut pasta. Whoop. Not too bad. How's yours? It's been strange because it's been productive, then unproductive at the same time. Okay, right. Vitor, if you're listening, Bullseye attacks way too often. He should have like a barrage of attacks that he does, like maybe he throws 5 stars out, and even if the first one hits you and knocks you down, he keeps going and finishes that attack. It's all about being choreographic and being able to read your enemy. This is just random shit that he's doing. It's like the first frame he gets to attack you, he just does it. See, look, he just kept throwing them until he got me there. There was no break in that. Anyway, sounds yummy. It was. Let's see.
Mom, he's touching me.
But yeah, we were meant to get some medicine for Akka today and they didn't have it in, so we said we'd come back later and we never did, and then we went shopping. These are going to kill themselves.
I wish I had a cool
Are they?
uniform like yours.
Yep. Your future wife still isn't feeling better either. Stanley! I just killed him. Yep. Oh shit. It's just the cough that won't go away, is the problem. Got a duck under that? Yeah. It's the vulture. Okay, so again, I've got a problem with this boss because this isn't difficulty by design, this is difficulty for the sake of it. The way it should be is that you take down a few ads, then the vulture turns up, and then the vulture has a series of flying patterns you need to memorize. And then some of those patterns he leaves himself open, either because he crash lands or gets tired or something like that, and that's when you get him. Not just a case of keep throwing additionals at me and every now and then he'll interrupt my attacks while I'm defending myself. See, that's always been one of my... I hate to say bad things about him because ZVitor is actually a good guy, but it's just he does really struggle to do good boss fights because they all follow the same motif, and sometimes they're done well, sometimes it works, but other times it's just frustrating. Deadpool just pointed to his dick. You can also see it there. It's like instantly, as soon as one of them dies, another one takes its place. There, it just happened again and again. See? I am living the life of an ideal Victorian heroine, always sickly and something. But half my chats, some of my chats, cut off, so I can't see every word. But where is my sexy vampire? This is unfair. No Edward Cullen for you. That's what most people would regard as a sexy vampire because of... See, I don't like the series that much. I've even forgotten the author's name. Yeah, that's it. Right, Gina, do you want to choose a hero for us? We've had Spider-Man. No, no. We haven't had Spider-Man, we've had a different version of Spider-Man. But we've had Deadpool, as you just saw, and we've had the Punisher. Who would you like to see? Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, it is. Oh, I thought it crashed then. Never mind. Wee. Oh. Wee. I like how he puts his hand behind his back in a minute. It's like, yeah, just casual float in the street. Have you seen that he's in Fortnite now? I don't understand. Right, hang on. I don't understand Twilight because she left out everything that actually makes vampires hot. They just look so vaguely ill. They really do. I think your ideal vampire is one of the Blackbriars. Well, like his dodge, very good. It looks like Doctor Strange has trouble grabbing people as well. Or is it the Briarwoods? Is that what their name is? The Briarwoods? Yeah. So I said the Blackbriars, I'm like, I'm not sure that's right. That's Skyrim. Claw and living laser. Oh, come on, seriously? You're now giving me ads in a multi-boss boss? I can understand if it was a case of they come in occasionally to drop your health and energy, but they're just there to annoy you. That's not design, that's just pissing people off. Ooh, who's my assistant? It's Wong! That guy's frozen in the air. I mean, that makes sense because I've frozen him in time, not with ice, but still. That's cool, is what I'm saying. Punch your door down? Nope. It's MODOK! Everyone's big-headed favourite twat. With one hell of a toothy grin. Although I do like his animation. It looks like it's been ripped from another game. Maybe? If that's been hand-drawn, that is really good. Oh god, I froze him on like the scariest face he could possibly pull there. Again, all the ads should have died when the boss died. I shouldn't have to worry about being killed once the boss is dead. Crypto! Alright, who have we got here then? Is that Silver Surfer at the start? Yeah, so Silver Surfer, no. Guardians are back. No special costumes there to test. Not on them, not on Doctor Strange, not on the Fantastic Four play. What about... Ah, Thor's got one. We've already tested Iron Man's. Oh, I'd love to see Storm's 90s costume there. Captain Marvel doesn't have one, thank fuck, because Brie Larson's a bitch. I've already tested Thanos here. Sentry's not got one. Nova's not got one. Alright, so let's test out Thor's costume. So what is it? His special costume is... I forget what his axe is actually called. Windbreaker or something like that. Although that is just farting. Something like that. I forget what his actual axe is called. Stormbreaker. Thank you, Finn. But it's not Fat Thor, just in case anyone's wondering. This is a actual other Thor costume that I've seen it in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I'm not sure what series it's actually from. Windbreaker is a thick jumper. It's also a way of saying someone broke wind, depending on how you say things. Oh, that god smell. Okay, right. So, float. Captain Atlas. Don't know who Captain Atlas is. A lot of obscure characters in these games, which I do like, because it's like, it appeases everybody. It appeases casual fans, and it appeases hardcore fans. Bonk. Oh, I got a pickup. Oops. I'm not sure how I feel about insta-death from falls, to be honest. Bring out... Oh, okay then.
In their tongue, he is Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Finn has summoned the snack, so give me a minute. Hi, baby. The people want to see you. Hello, baby. Your adoring fans want to see you, baby. Look, look, it's all your fans. Say hello. Oh, she's shy. Hi, baby. Look, say hello. Say hello. No, she don't want to. I think she just wants to give hugs with Daddy. Hey, yeah. You don't know where to go, do you? Come on, everyone wants to see your little face. There she is. Are you going to try and crawl under your ass again like you always do? And then figure out it doesn't work? Yeah. Look, come on. Everyone wants to see you. Finn's paid good points that cost nothing to have you on screen. Oh, big sigh. Yeah, she do the sniffs. She's just getting cozy now. Oh yeah, Finn got to go home early today. Yeah, sounds great for anybody who works. Did you have to take Ghost for a walk though because Ash couldn't do it? Come on, Dover. Let people see your face. Or are you looking at Mama? Do you want to go and see Mama? We'll let the fans see you a little bit longer, then we can give you Mama. Look, let everyone see your face. You can lick the chat. Oh yeah. Oop. Yes, this is my hat. You've not seen my hat before, have you? Well, you have, but you've never actually sniffed it.
You've had her out on stream before while you've had it on.
Yeah, but she's never bothered with the hat before. It's all your adoring fans. Oh, she's coming to get you. And she's giving you all kisses. Babe, look at the stream.
Yo.
Oh, yeah. No, I was at work and I got back too late to do the afternoon walk. Ghost is fine though, we're playing fetch with him instead. And Finn's just like, hey, beautiful snack. Oh, yeah. At one time when we had the old heater, we'd pull her out and she'd be freezing. But now with this new one, she's fine. Comes out warm and happy every time, don't you? Yeah. What you thinking? You've just frozen up on us. She's fine. Alright, should we go give you mama? You want to say bye to everyone? Say bye. I present you with a swirl. Okay, now that the reason you've all come to the stream is gone, back to the game. Oh. Oh god. I thought I was going to fall off then. Right. Oh, I didn't see who helped me, but I'm glad they did. I'm going to flex on you. I haven't got a ranged attack, so I can't do anything. Can do this though. Whee! And then, right in the kisser. Ooh, radio. It's Sif, and not the one from Dark Souls. Thank you, Sif, for keeping them at bay. Oh god, no. That was going to happen at some point. Oh, I think Sif jumped off as well. Go get her. Okay, I like that touch. I like that not all the obstacles can be destroyed, they just have to be pushed out the way. I like that. I just wish I could use them as cover from the missiles. The meteors do have a life bar, but I think it's just I don't do enough damage to destroy them. Really don't. Okay, right, Finn, choose a character for us. We just tested out 4, and I'm pretty sure no one else here has a secret costume to test out. Or Akka, whoever wants to choose a character. In the meantime, I'm going to eat a mochi. Behold, the mochi. Squishy dough with fruit juice inside. Oh yeah, as well, Gina. If you're still here, it still hasn't said that you've subscribed to me. No, it's on the bottom. It just says that Judith is the most latest one. Right, I don't think Finn's going to choose. Babe, choose a character for us. They're on screen. Rocket Raccoon. And I think this is the Australian one. I think the Australian... Well, it's weird because the profile picture up there looks like the Australian one. And then the actual model looks like the movie one. Now, I do remember playing Rocket before and not liking him. See if there's been any improvements made to him. What's that? Hang on. Yes. I believe that is a plasma rifle or plasma pistol from the Halo series. Okay, I think Rocket's been improved a little now. One of my problems with him before was that his gun wasn't really that good because it didn't knock people away. But now it does. Was that Enchantress? No, it can't be Enchantress. The one who had unconsensual sex with Thor. That one, whoever it was. Oh, radio. Is it Groot? It's Mantis. Does she? Yes, she uses Mantis fighting style. Of course she does. That's weird I have though. Oh, I don't doubt you, Gina. I think it's just being shit. Which actually reminds me, I think mine has run out for you, so the next time I can make it to one of your streams, I need to resub. Oh, Stan Lee again. What? In case you didn't hear that, Dover has decided to get herself tangled in Akka's hair. And then Dover's just looking at her like, what? Don't let me do what I want, Mum. See, if you were Dad, Dad would let me crawl through his hair, because I haven't got any hair for you to crawl through. You just go along it. I feel like Rocket's laser gun attack should be like a volley. Well, no, not a volley. That's not the wrong word. That is the wrong word, rather. I feel like it should be an attack that penetrates enemies and like takes out a crowd, not just something that hits the first one and drops. Like, I'll show you. Why would it just hit the first one and drop? It should just like go uninterrupted and hurt whoever it touches. What's she doing now? And now she's knocking everything off the desk. This is my desk now, Mum. Alright, here's a random question for you, babe. If she got out of the vivarium, where do you think she'd go hide? Yeah. She'd probably go and hide between the cushions. But again, this is another boss which is just ads versus one tough. It's a tough boss and a few tough ads. And it's like, how is one solo player meant to do all of this? Because all I'm doing is just bashing the button. There's no tactic here. It's just hit things, hope they don't get in the way. And look, just then, he was attacking until he got me. He missed twice and then got me on the third one. Really, he should have just attacked once and then repositioned. Crypto! No, Cosmo, sorry. She wants to play. She wants to play Stardew. She wants to eat it. She thinks it's a real mouse. See, a while ago on ZVitor's Patreon, he did a poll as to what new characters should be added. So he was asking people for options, and I said Cosmo the Wonder Dog. And unfortunately he didn't win, but he still made it into the game, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, look, there he is. Doggo. Oh, have you seen him in, like, the Guardians of the Galaxy game? Right. It's not spoiler saying this, but when you meet him, he's got puppies, and they're all just running around the war room and jumping on your knee and stuff. Yeah. God, there's just so many people shooting bullets. And it's like, theirs knock people down and my do fuck all. It stuns them, but I can't knock them down until like the fourth shot, and theirs just do it instantly. I do feel that Rocket is very underpowered as a character as well. I feel like rather than shooting his gun to be his standard attack, he should just be like smacking people with the guns and then ending his attack with a big shot. I get you need ranged characters, but his ranged attack is just practically nothing. I mean, he's probably good in a team, where everyone else is punching and he's just keeping his distance and shooting into the crowd. But solo, he's not very good.
Surrender now.
You surrender. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier.
Repel the enemy.
I did like that bit in the film. What are you doing? I'm distracting you, bitch. That's also a problem with Rocket as well. His bullets only hit one person, so in a crowd, it does nothing. So if you're surrounded like I was in the corner just a minute ago, you can only hit the person in front of you while everyone else just gets 3 punches on you. The only real way I can do damage is to use the plasma rifle, but it uses so much energy I can't rely on it a lot. You can't even grapple people as well, which just makes it terrible in close combat. And it's not like I can stay away. Look, as I'm moving away, Ronan's right on my tail. And see, look, there's a demonstration of just dying to ads when I shouldn't. I beat the boss, I win the level. It shouldn't be a case of you beat the boss, but just to make sure you can lose, here are some enemies that are still left over. But we're on our way to Asgard now. This music sounds familiar. Okay, right. Who should we have now? Finn, are you ready to choose someone this time? But I'm going to go through everyone just to make sure there's no hidden costumes to things. So, Moon Knight. Oh yes, Moon Knight's got his own series now, hasn't he? We've already tested Loki's costume. She-Hulk's got her own series now, but I don't think her costume looks any different to any of the ones she's wearing here. It might a little. It's got the same colour scheme at least. Hulk! We've already tested out Captain America's one. We've tested out Iron Man. Judith! And EP is raiding. Thanks, EP, for the raid. How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Do get a drink and make yourselves comfortable. Anyone want to choose which character we should try out now? Ant-Man and Wasp. Oh. I'm just checking to make sure none of the characters have secret costumes we haven't tested already. Third one from the left on the top row. Loki. We've already tested out Loki. Do you want to choose another one, Judith? We're testing out the characters to see if we can find any problems. And we tested out his Tom Hiddleston costume. It's Marvel. 'Tis indeed Marvel. Is Moon Knight? Yes, he is. He's up there in the top left. Right here. Oh, that was Tim. Sorry. I thought that was Judith who chose that. But how are you doing, Tim? Judith and everyone else who came in. Woo! Woo! It's alright, Tim. Judith just gets the next one. We watched Shang-Chi yesterday. Yeah, Shang-Chi's not in this. I thought he would be by now. But you missed the doggo. Everyone who's just raided, you just missed the level with the doggo in it who helps us fight. She's getting there, yeah. I haven't seen Shang-Chi either, so what do you think of it? Analysis. What do people think? You liked it a lot. It was very different. Is it related to Iron Fist in any way? No, it wasn't Lockjaw, Tim. It was Cosmo. Still think it's your least favourite, but still good. The CGI was stunning as well. Shang-Chi is amazing. Neat modern martial artist movie with fantasy too. Yeah. I take it people like it better than Iron Fist. It's connected to Iron Fist technically, but they don't really make any connections between them, probably because Iron Fist sucked. Yeah, but I mean, like, what I'm on about is, are the characters linked in some way? Did they study at the same temple or something like that? Is there any Marvel heads in the chat that will be able to tell me? Mike would, but he's not here. Currently in Birmingham, I think. Well, no, he's not Birmingham. He's somewhere, but he's not here. Right, I like how both Shang-Chi and Black Widow very different character movies. Black Widow isn't that good. They done Scarlet dirty. They really did. With Aka puts it, the fan fiction level of villain. I feel sorry for Scarlet. She really needed her own film earlier. That guy's got a sweet mustache. Too late for sure. Definitely too late for sure. What I didn't like most about the Black Widow film was the fact that they fucked up Taskmaster in possibly the worst way ever. They got the sex wrong, and then they got the entire character wrong. Because he's like, the original Taskmaster is like, he's meant to be this wisecracking, cocky son of a bitch that you like to see get punched around, and that instead they just turn into this edgelord. I feel like Moon Knight's Ultimate also takes a bit too long to get started. Listen, I will defend fanfiction to my dying breath, which could be any one of these breaths right now. There's just something... Oh, it's gone now, so I can't read what it said. Hold on. But there's just some tropes that you wouldn't expect from an MCU movie. There's just some things that need to remain guilty pleasures. I feel like for most of the MCU audience, though, there's not going to know Taskmaster, and they're certainly betting on that. You say that, but the Avengers game came out, and they did Taskmaster right. Who was based on Taskmaster, then? Taskmaster's original story is that he's a guy who has the power to mimic things after he's seen them done once. So, like spinning a basketball on the finger, all he has to do is see someone do it, and he mimics it perfectly, which is why... And he just uses his power for villainy. He's not some traumatized Black Widow agent who's the daughter of the leader of the Black Widows. At least it wasn't as bad as what they did to... Oh, God, yeah, nothing beats that. Although, I will say, give them credit, they did make fun of it in Deadpool's movie. So at least that self-awareness is present in some fashion. Oh, Moon Knight, who's your assistant? If I can find the radio. There it is. It's Morbius. There he is, actually. I said near the start of the stream whether or not Morbius was going to be in this game as a playable character, but he's there as an assisted one. That was hilarious, yeah. The Deadpool film is so good. I haven't seen 2 yet, but I've been told I should watch 2. It's Morbin time, says EP. I feel like a ban hammer's on the way if you quote any more of that film. We're not allowed to give it attention, otherwise the meme isn't funny. Anyway, one more time. They make fun of everything in Deadpool, no? No, but it's the fact that they made film of their own fuck-up is what makes that better. Still need to see the second one, Morbin. He's just Morbin. Does anyone actually watch the Moon Knight series? Is that good? Because I don't know. I know next to nothing about Moon Knight, but the only thing I do know is that he's batshit insane. Like, Dracula owes him $20, and one of his attacks is just random shit, where he reaches into his cape and throws stuff out, and he just goes, random shit! Bullshit, rather. Right, I do need to go to bed. Mega long week, and sleep has been a bit restless. Right, night-night, Judith. Sleep well. Thanks for coming. I know Matt Smith plays the villain in Morbius, but I don't know his character name, because he might end up being in this at some point as well. I mean, I can't speak how Moon Knight comics are compared to the stories, but I like the series. Is he batshit insane in that? Rather enjoyed the series. Oscar Isaac was a lot of fun, yeah. I did notice that they got Poe Dameron to play him. Which probably isn't that hard, seeing as how Marvel is now owned by Disney. Ethan Hawke was also good. I'm not sure. See, I know very few actor names because I'm terrible with names in general. I can recognise faces and I can recognise what they've been in because, oh, that's this person, they've been in such and such a thing. But when it comes to remembering names, nope, not a thing. I wouldn't call him batshit crazy, just more regular crazy. Right, I'm also heading off to bed, need sleep, desperate, night all. Night EP, and thank you for the raid. Fuck, that's a big boy. Although I can tell that's been ripped from something else because the frame rate on it is different to everything else. No clue where it's been ripped from, but... Oh, Cloak and Dagger! So if anyone in the chat is interested, this game is free to download and play. You can get it from Game Jolt under the user ZVitor. However, if you pledge to his Patreon, you get access to the latest builds of it, which comes with new characters, levels, game mechanics and shit like that. The latest character to be added to the game is Miles Morales Spider-Man. Not only that, ZVitor is a good developer. He's always looking for feedback and how to improve the game, and he always asks his Patreons what kind of characters they want to see. So he's a developer who's very engaged with his audience as well. Whee! Beta Ray Bill! I was actually thinking before if he was going to turn up. I can't think what character I'd like to see in this game because he already covers quite a large, playable or not, he already covers quite a large area of Marvel Comics. Just thinking who we'd like to see. I mean, it wouldn't be... things like he does special guest characters as well. In his DC game that he's made, he's put the Turtles in there. I think it's because right now the Turtles comics are owned by DC. The Tick's been put in this one as a joke character, but then people liked him and he kept him in. But if special guest character for Marvel, I mean, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary to put Star Wars characters in there, because at one point Marvel did work on Star Wars comics. Seeing Darth Vader fight alongside Captain America or something would be odd, but they have been both worked on by Marvel. Rainbow Road is like a violent Mario Kart track. Woo! Has anyone got... Well, we have got less than an hour left in the stream, although the stream might end earlier. It depends how much more of the story mode I've got to go through. On what else I should potentially test for him. But has anyone got any ideas of where they would like to direct the raid today? Heimdall or Idris Elba. Okay, so Judith has gone to bed, so she can't choose a character now. Anyone in the chat also want to choose a character? Let's see, we've had Moon Knight, we've had Loki, we've had Iron Man, we've had Captain America, we've had Thor, we've had Spider-Man, but then everyone else is up for grabs. Vision, says Gina. Okay. Random costume. Oh, Stan Lee again, frozen in ice. Ice Stan. I wonder if he got that idea from the Lego Marvel games. We have to save Stan Lee in every level. Oh, this music. This sounds familiar. I want to say it's from some sort of Viking game. Not because it's like Asgard we're in, but... It's not Killer Instinct, actually. No, it can't be Killer Instinct. Oh, who's his assistant? It's Wonder Man! Marvel's answer to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman! Oh, I'm invisible. Until I punch. Okay. That could actually be quite helpful as a defensive maneuver. So today, I actually rediscovered something. Finn's here, just watched Obi-Wan episode 5. So, as I was saying, I did discover something today. Rediscover, rather. It was a game called Ascension, I think it was, which is basically someone has taken the World of Warcraft engine, or game, let's be honest, they've just taken the game, and they've made their own classless WoW system out of it, which I am tempted to give a go. And I have been watching videos on it, but I'm not sure whether or not it's, like, legal to play. I don't think I'd get in trouble for playing it, but I mean, like, just the idea, they've taken the World of Warcraft game, like, copy and pasted it, and just made their own thing out of it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm going, how are they getting away with this? Wait, maybe this is a God of War music track I'm listening to now, if anyone happens to recognize it. I also don't get how, like, the big giant guy who I kept punching in the knees is easier to take down than the ice trolls. Right now he's just struggling to even get an angle on me. Whee! Haha, you missed! Missed! It's like whack-a-mole. Missed! 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 Okay, that time it stopped working, but missed! 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 Oh, fuck it. Dude just has a bum knee, yeah. Went to the Skyrim School of Guards. He used to be an ice troll like you till he took a punch to the knee. Many punches. Oh look, one random assistant just turns up. And now he's being surrounded by all the enemy. He don't give a fuck. Woo! Bonk. Am I invisible? Or is it just foggy? No, it's just foggy. Oh, never guard. Oh, boss music. It's Laufey. I imagine this is from a figure from Norse mythology or something. Laufey? What, this ice giant here? How strange. Punch him in his fancy boots with the spikes. Punch him in his spiky knees. That won't hurt my fingers at all. Can't teabag with this character, so I'm just going to do that. Oh, God. It's topping me up. This can only mean that a big boss is on the way. I'll take him for the points, though. Don't you just... Oh, no, it is Enchantress. Okay. It's because I thought, trying to remember who this was before. I thought it was Enchantress, but I'm like, no, that's a DC character. But I guess they're both called that. Get him in Asgard. I do like how her fake ones actually shatter to glass when they land on the floor. That's a nice touch. That was just a guess. I had no idea she was there, but I'm kind of getting the gist of how to beat this one. Trying to match the timing with her attack so you just fly into it when she's vulnerable. Oh, she died, apparently. Didn't even see her death animation. So now we've got all the Infinity Gems. We're going to Final Destination from Smash Brothers, it seems. Adam Warlock here going, look at all these Tic Tac flavors. And then he turned evil. Now I will wield limitless power. The universe is mine to control. Alright, so is that still Adam Warlock but evil, or is that Thanos' son? Whose name I also forget. Oh, but now I get to choose a team. Ooh. Alright, what team do we want, everyone? The Guardians, the Avengers, X-Men, Villains, or Knights? Who do we go for? We got one vote for the Villains from Akka. His son, Gary Thanos. Yeah, we'll go with that. He's in Ultimate Alliance 3, but I can't actually remember what his name is. Good old Gaza. Tim's voted for X-Men. Finn, you pretty much get... And Gina, if you're still here, it looks like you're going to get the deciding votes here. Unless you all do a four-way tie. So I just have to flip a coin. Meanwhile, Vision here is like, sup, bruh? Just showing off my amazing abs. You know, no biggie, but hey, do you want a great cheese on them? You can do that. Finn's gone for the Avengers. And what do you say, Gina, if you're still here? No, I don't think she's here. So there's only one way to solve this. With a trusty D6 dice. So it's going to go 1 to 4 X-Men, 2 to 5 Avengers, 3 to 6 the Villains. It's the X-Men. Now, which X-Man do we want? Just going to go through them all quickly to make sure there's no secret costume to test. And if there isn't, then someone throw out your ideas as to who you would like to see. Still would love to play this 4 players, but I've got no one to play it with. At least I haven't got that many people to play with. It sucks being the only person in your circle who likes the things you like. Nope. Okay, so there's no secret costumes. Anyone got any requests as to what characters? Out of these, let's see. We tested out Spider-Man. No. Yeah, we tested out Spider-Man. We've tested out Deadpool. And we've tested out Wolverine. Everyone else is free game. So who would we like to see? And Colossus' very revealing costume. Cyclops, says Finn. Cyclops it is. I'm gonna go with his edgy red costume. Okay. Run, Cyclops. What a run. That determined leader run. Who you got to help? It's Forge. Fucking hell, evil Captain America has spiky shields. And then evil Iron Man just looks metal as fuck. And then evil Vision just looks ill. Assistants, come in! Assistants? Oh, it was Professor X. Oh yes, the pucks. I hate the pucks because a lot of the time they can't be hit with your regular attacks. Because they're too small. There's Evil Thing, he's just had his palette darkened. Ew. Alien stuff.
Behold! Behold!
Gotta try and keep an eye out for Stan Lee. I imagine he's wrapped in tentacles somewhere.
Behold! Behold! Behold!
There's an evil Thanos. Unless the E doesn't stand for evil. It stands for excitable, eccentric,
Behold!
extra. Evaluating. I'm just saying E words now. Aroused. That's an A, rather. Easygoing, says Tim. Yes. Man Spider.
Behold!
Excitable. External.
I wield the true
Magus.
power.
Oh, that might actually be his name. I'm not sure.
Behold!
As in, like, Thanos' son, but I'm not entirely sure. See, now this is a good boss fight, trying to pick out the real one. Just that, is there a way that I can actually tell which one is the real one, or do I just have to get lucky? Is there a trick to the boss fight, or is it just down to random luck? It's probably that one that's now out of range. And is just constantly spamming ranged attacks at me.
Behold!
Oh, I got an extra life through points, so that's good.
Behold! Behold!
So I think each one of these clones is using a different gem to use different powers. Like, he's using the time gem, and he's just spamming those balls at me. Oh, and they home. Even better. Overpowered the boss. Why not? Some Dark Souls thinking right there.
Behold!
Egomaniac, that's another one. Egotistical, rather.
Behold!
See, again, the only reason this boss fight is proving to be quite difficult is because it's designed for 4 players. And a lot of this game is designed for 4 players, which means that solo will struggle quite badly, which is why I feel like I'm not being able to test it to its fullest potential. Okay, he's gone now. So now he's got all powers, I would assume. I would also make it so that when he splits up, he's weaker. As you see, like, in some ones, it's like, oh, I'm going to make multiple of myself. Like in Dragon Ball, it's like, but when they make multiple of themselves, they end up being weaker because he's sharing the power out, essentially, but... See, and again, it's this same problem that ZVitor does with his bosses. They'll just keep attacking until they damage you. It's not like a case of they've done the attack and now they're repositioning and then you can adapt and read their attacks. They're just going to keep doing it until they get the damage in. That's not good game design, that's just being irritating and difficult for the sake of it.
Behold!
Alright. Next person, let's have Psylocke. Ooh, she has katana. Whoops. Oh well. Oh, and that's some bullshit as well, that it just homes in on you. So, basically, there's no way to avoid that. Even if you do the dodge like I did, you're just being punished for actually trying to defend yourself. And there's also those 1-frame hits as well. So it's like the very first frame he gets to hit you, he'll take it, leaving you no time to react. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't think that was an intentional way to avoid it. See, like there, he was just stood there, and as I moved to go and get him, he just went, no, one frame attack. I'm also loving the fact that I can just fall off the side of the stage when half of me is still on it. It's a fantastic feature, love it. I'll take that, thank you. Destiny arrives all the same. He did the snap! He did the thing! Right, any other character recommendations? And that was the last of the mochi. I should learn to make the potato mochi that they do in Pokemon. Gambit, says Tim. So where is ZVitor? There he is. I got another edgy costume. And we're off to Titan. Warlock, you're almost dead. Oh no, he's healing. And Thanos is here. Not yet.
Come on.
Now, if this is what I remember, the fight against Thanos is such a bitch because of the shit he can pull off. What the? Oh! Oh wait, I actually recognise that sprite. That's from a Power Rangers fighting game. Except that one's blue.
Come on.
I do actually have a... oh, Thanos is actually here now. But I do have a fan-made Power Rangers beat-em-up and one I might play for a video at some point, as well as like the official one that's on the Xbox. Now, I've turned infinite credits on for the sake of actually being able to test everything in the game. But trying to do this fight without actual infinite credits is a bitch, because look at all how fast Thanos is attacking as soon as I get close as well. He just like interrupts your combo and hits you with a big attack. Like, what's hitting me here? He was looking at Warlock and then all of a sudden there was an earthquake. And look how much health he's got as well. And do you really think a boss like Thanos needs ads? Really? Okay, I got him stun locked and now he's out. But again, was that stun lock intentional or not? Not on my part, but on the game design part. Right, who's after Gambit? We'll see who comes up. Rogue. Got Cyclops' power there. Now, I forget how Rogue actually works, but I don't think we're going to get to try her out properly, because she has got, like, multiple powers that she can use. Like, she's got Cyclops' laser here, but there is a way to swap it. Oh, there it was, like that. Because now she's got Storm's lightning. She's got a good running attack, though. I'll give her that. And now she's got Wolverine's claws. She can't... Oh, yeah. Her whole gimmick is that when she touches someone, she absorbs their energy. And if they happen to have a power, she gains it temporarily. Leech was, but Rogue wasn't. But yeah, Rogue's whole gimmick is that when she touches someone, she absorbs the powers. And if she holds on to you long enough, she gets the powers forever, but you've most likely died. And now she's got Jean Grey's powers. And then she's back to Storm. Ultimate attack. Whee! Oh. And Rogue gets the final punch. She's the one who got the Thanos in the film. Not Tony. That gauntlet just looks like a leather glove. Look at all these happy family photos. And there we go. That is the story mode finished. So, look, there's me! There's me! I'm on the left! So that's the story mode tested, at least once. Let's see. Let's do one more exhibition of some of the, because I did these at the start, but for the sake of those who have joined later, so you can see who some of the, newest characters are. There's 2 new characters right now. Oh, one of them is not... Oh, are they both not playable here? Hold on. If they're not, I'm gonna have to quit out. It looks like not all playable characters are... I can use all characters here. Oh, it's just highlighting the X-Men. Okay. Give me a minute then. Need to swap to a mode where I can actually play as these characters. Alright. I could swear in the old mode that in the last version, you could play as any character in the remake. That's disappointing if he's changed that. We'll put it in replay mode though, so I think I could play any level of any character. No! Okay, so either not all characters available in replay, or the game's bugged out, because I did have a similar problem one point where I wasn't able to choose any character I wanted. So I'm gonna just close the game real quick and open it back up. 'Tis starting to get warm in this part of the country. You can also go to ZVitor's site to download the games as well. I think you'll find the most update public releases on his site rather than Game Jolt. Right, replay mode. There we go. Yeah, it was a bug. So for some reason, that happens at times. Sometimes the character select won't allow me to choose everybody in a mode where I should be able to. So I'll go back into the other mode and see whether or not that's working too. So the first character that's been added to the game is actually further back up. Hold on. So for those of you who are interested, you can now play as the Miles Morales Spider-Man. Go do a level with him quickly, and fuck is he fast. So you can see how he works. Go do this one. Oh, this is the Mega Man level. Oops. I do like the animation on this one though, it's very smooth. Very good frame rate. Oh god. I dance. I dance. What the? Leap of faith! Oh, it works. Really? And then we're into Street Fighter. Oh, it's Bob. What I'd like ZVitor to make is like a beat 'em up, which covers a whole bunch of stuff like Fortnite does. So characters from near enough any franchise going to all these different locations and fighting enemies from all of these different franchises. Rhino! At this point, I also haven't got infinite credits on, so I'm either going to play until I die or complete the level. Oh, I've got 3 credits though. But still, I'm just testing out the character. Captain America! Woof. Okay, so I'm going to show you the other character before I finish the stream. So, new game, let's see. Training room. Alright, so I wanted to go into this one and see whether or not I can choose all... Yeah, I can choose all characters now, so that's good. So, the other character which has been added in is... this one. Now, this is the live-action Spider-Man. I think it's in Turkey or Japan. I'm not entirely sure. But here he is. And he looks fantastic. The best Spider-Man. This is the Spider-Man that should have been in the multiverse one. That's amazing. I know, right, Tim? Isn't it? What the? Oh! So he's got a Moon Knight attack there. But I can tell you now, that's just an error in the actual character. When it goes like that, it just means that he doesn't have an attack. He doesn't have a default animation for that attack. So it's just using whatever that has been put there by default or temporarily. He's got his car as well, you know, his famous Spider-Man Japanese anime car. He can't swing though. Like, the other spider characters can, but this one doesn't. And I don't know whether or not that's actually a thing in the Turkish show or whatever, that he doesn't swing. I don't know why they make that the case, but whatever. I like how he... You'll see it in a minute. Oh, you've seen it already, but I do like as well that he doesn't run, he rolls. Action roll! Who? Oh, what's his... Okay, Cloak and Dagger is his one-time assist. I can't remember who he calls in on the radio. Oh. 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 Okay, yeah, that was helpful. Just take away all my lives in bullshit. Oh. Spider-Man. I've just noticed the name down there. Teabag, 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 teabag. But yes, those two are the most recent characters. But for anyone, I'm gonna do a full sweep of all the characters right now, so that anyone who's interested in this can see what's available, and then I'll end the stream. So we've got Doctor Doom, we've got Sentry, and you might not be able to see it, but that figure behind Sentry means that this character also has an alternative form that they can change into. So it's Sentry and then Zeta or something like that. I can't remember. Then there's the Vision, including White Vision. We've got Nova, Silver Surfer, Black Bolt, Groot, who actually does ages up during his fights because he can go into different forms as well. Rocket Raccoon, wasn't very good. Drax, Gamora, Star-Lord, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Juggernaut, including the Metal Juggernaut or Colossus Juggernaut or whatever it is that actually is. Magneto, Ultron, Black Panther, never freezes, Namor, Doctor Strange, The Thing, Human Campfire, Invisible Woman, Mr. Fanplastic, Beast, Iceman, Shadowcat, X-23, or Katniss also, Jubilee, Warlock, which confuses me because there's also Sentry who's called Adam Warlock, Guardian, Legion, Venom, Hercules, who puts the glad in Gladiator, War Machine, Black Knight, She-Hulk, might be getting more attention now that her series has come out. She might get a new costume. Thor, the Mighty Thor. Anything that looks like that means that it's a special costume, which could change their moves up as well, because some characters do have costumes that change their movesets. We've got the Hulk, who, in case you're wondering, is actually able to turn into Bruce Banner when he takes enough damage. Captain America, special costume allows him to use Mjolnir. Iron Man, which is the Tony Stark costume. Wolverine, his special costume is just tank top and jeans. So Logan. Storm, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Emma Frost, Psylocke, Archangel, Carnage, Captain Marvel, Winter Soldier, Aka's favourite, Ant-Man, Wasp, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, his secret costume is Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Woman, Miles Morales Spider-Man. Oh, so that's why it's doing that, because he's not updated all the character select screens yet. Okay. Quicksilver. You did not see that coming. Scarlet Witch. Deadpool. Cable. Gambit. Rouge. Rogue, whatever. Apocalypse. Anti-Venom. Shocker. Songbird. Red Hulk, or Rolk, as some people might pronounce it. US Agent. I feel sorry for that actor who was playing US Agent like an asshole, and everyone was attacking him for it. And he's like, he's doing the character right. Dark Hawk, Moon Knight, Black Cat, Ghost Rider, Squirrel Girl, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Sister Grimm, Strife, Taskmaster. There we go. I should have showed Judith that if I had the chance. Punisher, Nick Fury, Paul Coulson, Quake, Elektra, the Veg Skull, who's got a huge chest and a tiny head, Loki, whose special costume is Tom Hiddleston, Thanos, whose special costume is his old comic book one with the hat, Dormammu, I think that's how you pronounce it. Wait, where's Doctor Strange? Did we pass him? Wait. Oh, he's up there, yeah. And then we've got Spider-Man, the Tick, as the special guest characters. And then the final one is Stan Lee. Stan Lee, who's got all these great attacks. Well, he's got one that lets you draw, like that. But then he's got, like, the Spider Gauntlet. He's got Silver Surfer's Dash. He's got Gambit's throwing cards. Wolverine's Claws. Human Campfire. He hasn't got a grapple attack, though. Hulk's arm can teleport as well, like Nightcrawler. Got a really nice teleport animation on that one as well. Good frame rate. The Doctor Doom attack there, you see. Slows down time. So yes, that's Stan Lee. So, ladies and gentlemen, germs, thank you for coming. Much love and appreciation to you all. Who are we going to raid today? I don't think there's anyone to raid today. That's a shame. Oh well. Well, thanks everyone for coming. Much love and appreciation to you all as always. I'm back tomorrow with some art. I'll be redrawing some old stuff and working on a commission someone has asked me to do. So thanks for coming, everyone. Much love and appreciation to you all. And remember, you're always welcome at the Spectrum.